Hello, everybody.
Hey, everyone.
Welcome. This is the Stellaris weekly stream. Today we are a bit late. It's my fault. I was a bit late. I couldn't find the jacket.
It's very important. Otherwise, you won't know who we are.
Exactly.
Who are we? Who are you?
I am definitely Davide. Totally not an alien wearing a Davide skin.
Are you sure? Are you sure you're not Steven?
Like this?
Yeah.
Sorry, that was an anime. That was a reference to a certain movie that I really like.
Yeah?
Yeah. Featuring Will Smith, I think. All right, and so who are you?
Today, I'm taking the form of Stephen Murray, the Stellaris game director.
Aha, totally Stephen Murray. I can see that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I can confirm.
You see, this is my Stellaris shirt. Ta-da. Batar Stellaris is the Latin name of this bird. I'm very nerdy. It's my secret Stellaris shirt.
Is this? Yeah, it's the Inside Club size shirt. Like if you see that T-shirt and you point out that that's a Stellaris T-shirt, you get a hug from your game director.
You get something, yeah.
Well, okay, maybe not a hug. Okay. All right, and so we have a bunch of stuff we want to show today.
Lots of stuff, because today we had a dev diary that showed off the wilderness, and people seem kind of excited about that, so I want to show that off. And there's some people saying that we forgot to show one of the civics last time, but
I don't know what they're talking about.
I don't know what they're talking about.
Like, I'm hearing like these people, like, there are these people wearing tinfoil hats, and they're saying, "Oh, what about the body snatcher?"
Body snatchers are real. Body snatchers are real. That's what people keep saying.
Exactly, they exist, and they're among us. They walk here, and like, I don't know what you're talking about. Never seen any like played Stellaris for like 40 hours last
some
week.
people want to see the Hive Mind Fallen Empire. Ooh. I have a couple saves made. I don't remember if the Hive Mind Fallen Empire is in one of them, because I've only looked at some of these saves, because actually Matthew made them for me.
All right.
So let's start looking at stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, here's our game with our beautiful behemoth up here, which we haven't shown yet. But
I think we already shown it last week.
Well, we showed there was the video.
No, it was 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But we did show this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next week's dev diary will include information on Behemoth Fury. I might give a spoiler of that later on in this one, because yeah, why not?
Because you're the game director.
Because I can do anything.
Exactly.
So here is a wilderness empire that I created a little bit earlier. People were asking, can lithoids be part of the wilderness? Yes, of course they are part of, the boundless unity of Oros here. I gave them a couple of the new civics, like Familiar Face over here.
Yeah. Wait, they only have one civic? What's happening there?
Yeah, so here the envoys and officials take the physical form of the empires they're assigned to. This is great for infiltration and things like that.
Okay.
And then, there was supposed to be another civic here, but everybody knows that this one isn't actually real.
Yeah, okay. I'm just curious. Like, so you don't use your civic points?
No, it gives you a warning, but it's okay.
Oh, okay.
So, okay, we're not hiding all the tooltips and stuff this time.
Not yet.
If Body Snatchers were a real civic, then it would start you off with some assimilated pops and the ability to assimilate organics into the Hive Mind. And it would give you access to the Prepare Invasion Espionage mission and give you extra pops from the Smuggle Population Espionage mission. These are both new. And it makes the Smuggle Population operation much easier. It also cannot be added or removed later.
All right.
If it existed.
All right. And can we talk maybe a little bit about the wilderness origin?
The wilderness. Okay, so right here, mutualistic intelligence. It is not using a standard hive mind, because basically wilderness breaks all of the rules, every single one.
All of them.
Yeah. In fact, here, let me edit it, because that way I can show you the world's longest tooltip. So you are the planet itself. You are everything on it, and you have the species trait of wilderness, which makes you unable to survive on artificial planets. But workforce. It does all the workforce. Let's see. It replaces all of the standard buildings, districts, and district specializations with bespoke ones. They don't use colony ships, because you can't fit the planet on a colony ship. Instead, you use terraforming to lob bits of yourself onto the planet. You have a new resource called biomass, which is basically pops, except not pops, because, you are the planet. You don't have individual pops doing their thing, really. But you need to grow in order to, build things. You start within a size 18 homeworld that has scorched plains because the premise of this story is that there was this big solar storm and it hurt.
Oh, no.
And you're like, hey, this is bad. I hate this.
Yeah.
So you decide, okay, I need to be elsewhere also, because otherwise if that happened like more, you could burn to death and that would be terrible. They have this modifier that we haven't used yet called planetary build cube capacity. They can build many, many things simultaneously because they just kind of plant the seeds of what they want and then it grows. And then they have the mutualistic intelligence hive mind authority, which is different from the regular one. I moused over it before, but I'll go over it again. And there's some civics that they can't use, but for a completely game-changing origin that basically takes the entire game and discards it and replaces it with a different way of playing, you would expect there to be more things that aren't allowed, but many of them are. And they have to use biological ship sets because, yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Including Devouring Swarm. That's allowed.
That's allowed.
Although, if you're a lithoid, you won't get terravores with them because that would be kind of cannibalistic and weird. There's a special version of Devouring Swarm for Wilderness.
Okay.
The Blood Forest.
There are a bunch of questions already in the chat. So
Yeah, I talk a lot.
I know about the dev diary. So let's start with the one about Origin from Voodoo Woodpecker asking, will there be an advanced government authority for the Wilderness Origin going through the Purity Ascension?
I'm actually not sure.
One of these
Victor, what is it?
Victor.
Victor will let us know.
I also, yeah, okay. When I see Victor's reply in the Twitch chat, I'll say that out loud. Maybe the question was coming from YouTube. So let's see. Let's see. Could we see the changes to the budding trait?
Hey, I need to hang on. Wait a sec. I need to show
Remove
just the
ourselves.
game.
Yep.
Need to hide us so you can see this.
Exactly. And so anyway, can you see the changes to the budding trait? Asks
Did we have
Navar
changes to the budding trait?
4477.
Let's go over to traits.
It was stated organic pop assembly was changing.
Oh, yeah. So it basically things were changed in order to wait a second. Where? Oh, it's crystallization for.
Okay, so for
me
for toxoids.
These are the imposters. Never mind. This is not my. These are not my people. Okay, so basically, you gain monthly organic pop growth, which is very similar to how it was before. It's just slightly different to work with the new systems. It's basically like pop growth ad that gets split across all of the valid pop groups that can support this.
All right. I hope this answer your question, Navar 447. And Cerberus 189 has a question regarding the dev diary. Okay, he says, okay, I have to ask, since it was not answered in dev diary, how will workforce modifiers such as intelligence work with a plus 1000 workforce? I imagine that we fixed all the modifiers for what I could see so far.
So modifiers that are percentage based will just work on that 1000 base. So it should work as expected. You'll get 20% extra on top of or whatever the percentage is, on top of whatever you would have gotten otherwise.
And the flat ones? Plus 5 intelligence? Do we have any?
These are all job efficiency bonuses that are percentage.
Okay, so they're all percentage wise. So they are fixed naturally.
There are things that are like the 100 workforce of this will produce plus 1 mineral, that sort of thing. That will get multiplied through by however many jobs you have, which will all be run by the same unit of wilderness. Yeah. I mean, I can go in and just.
And overall, when 4.0 releases, if you see something that doesn't work that way, please let us know.
Oh yeah,
and we'll fix it as soon as possible, because we've gone through a lot of those. All right. So are we starting with the wilderness? Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to show a little bit of wilderness here because that way some of the questions might just be answered by looking at the planet.
Yep.
Or us, as the case may be. So yeah, for as long as memory, Oros has been the planet Oros. Every stem, tendril, and enzyme here is part of the self, a balance of growth, decay, and predation. For ages, Horus could only dimly perceive the galaxy beyond, yet the stars have long been restless. A battle took place in the skies above Horus. Great vessels rained debris upon its surface, alien artifacts that were quickly repurposed. Then came the superflare. See? Superflare. It's over here. Horus felt it as a blinding, scorching light. Glaciers turned into raging torrents, while stellar radiation scorched Horus to the roots. An entire continent washed away. The pain awakened us. For the first time, we grasped our fragility. The galaxy is perilous, but it also holds wonders. Using what we've learned, we shall germinate and spread. We will take ourselves to the stars. Ourself to the stars. My bad. So, all of our districts, buildings, district specializations, they're all weird. They do things that you would expect, like our orchard forest here produces food, our hollow mountains produce minerals, our photosynthesis fields produce energy,
Yeah.
and our communal biome, does housing right now. We have a harmonic core over here giving us physics, biology, and engineering evosymbiotes. And we have our choir symbiote jobs that are producing unity. And then we have the threadway, which gives us spindle symbiotes that produce trade, because we do still need logistics as a thing.
Right, because trade represents also logistics. So like the upkeep of...
We've framed most of the jobs for Gestalts as like logistics drones and things like that. Everything is kind of a little wacky with wilderness because it's all,
breaking all the...
we have our avatar cradle here, our planetary root bundle, the cradle of rebirth, which gives us biomass, and our smelting pool. Smelting. All
right.
Okay.
And how does the management of this planet work differently? Because of course you have
current population
exactly
0, because we don't actually use normal pops. The pop growth systems still kind of exist because that is where you get your biomass from. This is all the creatures and trees and things that are living on you. So behind the scenes, anything that gives you plus pop growth will essentially be biomass growth for you.
All right.
And you'll want to keep a certain amount of biomass because you still have logistic growth just like everyone else. If you diminish your biomass too much, then it will grow much slower because there isn't enough to grow. So you need to be careful with what you're doing. Like right now, we have 2,000 biomass here. I can queue up a ton of buildings and stuff like that. Like, let's get another cradle of rebirth. And, I have no food. So, okay, I was going to show the multi-build queue thing.
Yep.
Except I can't because I don't have stuff unless I start cheating, and I'm not going to.
Okay, I was about to say...
unless you want me to.
And then it's using nodes for leaders.
It is still a Gestalt intelligence in general. So its government uses the cognitive node, the standard thing that Gestalts have.
Is the building queue modifier used only by the wilderness origin? Asked half-headed Harry.
Currently, yes.
Okay, and then we'll ask you, will other things like functional architecture or civic also use it?
Functional architecture does something else, actually. It used to give +1 building slot. It gets the ability to waive the tech requirements for basic district specialization. So it's much easier for them to build up like the research districts and things like that. Not research, rural districts.
Yeah.
Because they don't need to find those techs before being able to expand them.
Look, there is a guy that really wants us to answer this question. Little Fan asked, I saw the government for the wilderness origin makes you play as a tall empire. I want to take
it doesn't exactly make you play as a tall empire. It does have penalties for districts and planets, but it also has empire size effect as a bonus. And this is mostly because they are really weird. They basically break all of the rules. So this was an attempt to try to keep them scaling at about the same sort of speed as other empires.
So like it's not like trying to limit the players in the way they're supposed to play. Like you can play it either way, ideally. is more to try to keep them aligned in balance-wise so that it doesn't fall too behind or too ahead. And then, of course, there's going to be...
It's a little bit too far ahead, but that's okay.
Exactly. And then, of
It's
course,
a really
there is
good
going
origin.
to be the most optimal min-max way. And for this, you can check your usual YouTube channels, so that our video content creators. But the overall spirit is you are free to play Stellaris as you want. So if you want to play wide with Wilderness, you are able to do that and not to fall too much behind. For this origin, do you need to research the terraforming tech, or do you start with it?
You start with... So terraforming works a little bit differently for them. This is one of the reasons why I'm currently, surveying this, because I want to show the colonization through terraforming. Or you will be able to, like, this is a tundra world over here, so I'll be able to terraform this from a tundra world into a tundra world with us on it. As you gain the various techs, you'll be able to expand what you can terraform something into to make it more like you. Actually, I'm from a tundra world, so these are my guaranteed habitals. But say if I found a continental world, initially I would only be able to go continental to continental, and it won't be all that super awesome for me. But as I gain the technologies, I'll be able to eventually turn it into a tundra.
Okay.
First, they can change it within the same class, I think, and then later on they'll be able to go, to different, planet classes, climate classes, whatever. This over.
There are so many questions. I'm really I think we could spend the next hour here just answering questions from the chat, because there are so many.
I mean, there's a lot of questions. There's a lot of stuff in 4.0 and biogenesis. In fact, we were talking about, should next week's dev diary at the end just have by the way, here's everything we didn't mention yet. Except, I mean, you guys will figure it all out, right?
Yeah, right.
Planet has an anomaly. Awesome. This is exactly what I wanted.
Let's see. Where was I? Can Wilderness work with a Guardian cluster civic?
I'm not sure if that was one that we allowed or did not.
Okay. Maybe.
I think it is allowed. I don't... I can check, because I can see. Hey, look, Crimson Crawlers. Wilderness, there we are. We didn't list everything here. Oh well.
All right.
When we go back to Empire Creation, we can check which ones they allowed.
Situation log updated.
There is a question about from Restraining Order. What a nickname. Hello, loving all the new content. Could we see more info on the Blood Forest?
Yeah, we can.
Yes, we
can take a look at that. Okay, so here, I'll do this, and then we can go back into Empire Creation and take a look at some of that. So the Tundra, here, I'm converting from Tundra to Tundra, except I'm going to get a little bit of me on it. So our terraforming spores have fulfilled its purpose, delivering a part of ourself to colonize an alien world for the first time. By the way, I don't know if you guys noticed, it cost us a bunch of biomass to do this. So we're down to 1.4. Adapting ourselves to suit Tundra Buttercon 3 will have its challenges, but we've already found familiar ways to cope. Tendrils extend, habitats are carved out, hungry mouths hunt. Our superstructure, our nutrients, and our very DNA have begun adapting and mingling with the life that existed here before us. Buttercon 3 is waking up. Soon all worlds shall become one.
All right.
Good for us. And they do not have the standard terraforming thing, or sorry, the standard colonization thing. Instead, we've got our terraforming link here.
So basically we're making more like us.
Yeah. We're smearing ourselves all over it.
Yeah. There is a question regarding the amount of biomass. There was where was it? There was a question from Krieger asked, how big is the biomass storage? I think you must over it
hilariously large.
Can we increase it with the same ways as the normal resource? I mean,
if you can beat whatever number that is, go for it.
So there you go. Gregor, that's your answer.
Hey, the monthly gain is wrong, because I'm definitely gaining more than 0. Yay.
Should I open a Jira right now?
Yeah, I'll go open a Jira.
Okay.
You know what to do. So the economy here is super special because everything is being run by a guy.
Is it a guy?
Well, no, it's not. It's a complex drone. It's a thing. Part of us.
Mhm.
There was actually one point in the development of this where we actually had pre-sapients running around on the planet, and they were doing all the menial jobs, like I don't know, like Cinderella or something. You know,
Yeah.
the things come birds and stuff. Except it broke constantly, so that's why we changed focus a little bit.
Sounds like that's the next team building activity for the Stellaris team, is to enact this scene real life. Like,
Okay, so
um,
we've taken over our new place here, and everything is wonderful.
there is one question regarding terraforming
Yes.
and Ecumenopolis. Can Wilderness Empire terraform Ecumenopolis, and can the relic world bring back the relic world to a normal planet?
So they cannot normally survive on artificial planets or relic worlds or tomb worlds or all of these. I believe that with technologies they can fix them.
Okay.
Also, if anyone takes over a wilderness planet, or if a wilderness planet takes over someone else's planet, it's full of junk, because the individualistic organics that used to live on this place, they built all these horrible blockers everywhere. So you need to clear those before you can actually use them, and vice versa. When you have these gigantic photosynthetic fields and things like that, and other people come in, they're less enjoying of that.
Okay, so basically, if I'm the wilderness and I take another people's planet, I need to remove all their junk before I can spread myself freely, and same goes the other way. If somebody colonizes a wilderness planet, they will find a lot of
I'm
dead
going to,
biomass.
see.
Who's cheating?
I want to show this off.
Ah,
Okay, who was I? Yeah, here. So
how will the planetary
I
bombardment?
forgot where I lived. Okay, that's where it was.
How does the planetary devastation from bombardment affect a wilderness planet? Do you lose biomass as districts?
I mean, you will lose biomass if pops are getting killed by the bombardment, because they are tied 1-to-1.
Okay, and not
So-
by districts being destroyed.
I don't believe so.
Okay, that was a question from Jessage.
There it is. I'm like, where's my planet? So let's see if this actually works if you cheat to take it. Okay. Ta-da. Yeah, we've got these horrible mountains and glaciers and swamps. This place is terrible. And as you see, I did not get to keep any of their things. Okay, I promised to go back and look at the...
There is. Also, like, by the way, we are not been on camera for a while now.
No, we are. We're right there.
No, like, oh yeah, right.
I'm there.
Right.
Oh, although I should turn us off again if we want to look at tooltips.
Yeah.
So Body Snatchers does not allow Devouring Swarm. Oh, wait, no, it's...
I didn't say that. Sorry, I think that you didn't press. There we go.
Okay. The Devouring Wilderness. It's actually the other way around. The Devouring Wilderness does not allow Body Snatchers. Assuming, if they existed, which they don't.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So, let's see. Here are the different things that change. Yeah.
There is an interesting question from the chat. So, first of all, can the wilderness become the overlord of somebody else?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they can.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Because once they understand the concept of other, beings and things like that, then they can do normal diplomacy and things like that.
and
We did talk about, what if they become the Galactic Emperor or something like that? Yeah.
can you become the crisis?
Oh, you can definitely become the Crisis.
Oh, I know what I'm going to do next. Plane.
Let's become a devouring void hive.
And then it was,
Oh, yeah, here. I want to show that we have our edgy names generator if you are a blood forest. So, you can be the Crimson Seed Hollow of Oros, or the Living Amalgam of Oros. Iggy actually had to tone this down a little bit because it was really, really dark at times.
Okay.
But, almost mockingly so. It was like the dark forest of darkness and the flood pits of blood. And we're like, okay, let's kick it back one notch to the unquenchable realm and the ever-hungering dominion. That's good enough. I like ever-hungering dominion. So I don't know what I'm showing here exactly, but here, let's bring us back.
There was a question about necrophage. Oh yeah. No, for our friend, was it formula caffeine C8H10 and 4O2?
What?
Was it caffeine? The guy that there is the formula C8H10 and 4O2. Was it caffeine?
That's caffeine.
So caffeine is asking, can necrophage have body snatchers? Well, the first body snatchers would need to exist in order to
take it. Yeah.
So that's an easy answer.
Should we hypothesize about body snatchers, like what it would be like to play one?
Yeah.
Okay, so here, hey,
And I also believe that save also has the Fallen Empire.
Oh yeah. I see some of you clicking on the tech notifications at the top of the screen. Yeah. Okay, so in this one, we are another wilderness. We have aerospace adaptation, which is one of the biological civics, biological ship civics. And in theory, if it existed, we would have body snatchers.
All right.
We have made some friends here, and by friends, we mean not friends. I think it's you guys. Actually, you are my friends. So let's see.
I mean, they're cute. You should have them as friends.
Yes. So, let's see. We've got smuggle population as one thing. It relocates some pops to your empire. This is turns them into biomass. So yeah, great. And body snatchers can also prepare invasion. So if you wanted to, say, create some sort of cult that was expanding on a planet before you invaded or before you declared war, you could use this one.
So basically, it's these like sci-fi horror movies where there is the town full of kids and the kids are all alien. From the very, I don't even know what year. Like I remember watching them as a kid. Okay. Random Name 3.0 asks, is body snatcher real? No, right now we're theory crafting. If it was real,
if it was real, then this is what it would do.
What does familiar face do? Ask our friend Caffeine.
I showed off familiar face a little bit before. It makes espionage easier. Actually, it makes diplomacy in general easier, and it makes anytime you have an envoy or a diplomatic encounter with someone, you use their portrait, which makes them feel at ease, because you're barring their faces, but not literally like a body snatcher would.
Yeah. And so, okay, but let's take a step back. So if you were, hypothetically, let's say, going to introduce the concept of body snatchers, so creatures that take other population bodies and then inhabit the planet pretending to be them. Like, let's say, oh, I'm totally Davide and absolutely not like another being having a Davide skin on themselves. How would it work in Stellaris? What does it imply gameplay-wise? Well, like you're going through espionage, and then that's how you do all of your stuff.
It is largely through these new missions that the smuggle population isn't solely related to body snatchers. If they existed, they could be used by anyone. In fact, one of our achievements is planned on being actually pretty utopian. If you use smuggle population in order to liberate a bunch of people who are being purged or enslaved, then you are a smuggler of hope.
Okay.
An impossible object.
But basically, the idea is that to use smuggle population and prepare invasion to sort of facilitate the process of infiltrating another society or bring them to your homeland, right?
Real smuggle population is, stealing people.
Yeah.
For good or ill, if you're a fanatic purifier, then it's probably not so great for them.
Okay. And then we get to my question. And then you being the wilderness,
Mhm.
How does that work? Like, do you steal them and then just melt them?
You
and
start
become...
converting them into biomass, assimilating them into your ecosystem. It is not a one-to-one thing. I believe that the conversion ratio is about 20%. And like some assimilation, they...
So it takes...
Did you hear a new advisor? Yes, I probably have the wilderness advisor here.
Yeah, we're playing without... Yeah.
Yes, I have the wilderness advisor. We have two advisors coming in 4.0/biogenesis. 4.0 has our Mandarin scientist, which is the voice actor from
Grand Archive.
the Grand Archive trailer. The Mandarin trailer, not the English one. And we have the wilderness because I wanted to have a second hive mind voice in general.
Yep. Just as a context, like the reason why I decided to make the scientist specific one is because it was so well received by the whole community.
Yes.
Everybody loved it.
And I think they did a really great job with it. So,
They did.
So yes, non-wilderness pops must be assimilated, enslaved, or purged. Your choice.
Okay. And
Because someone was asking that.
yeah, and then the question about, you said 20% is the conversion rate. So
I believe that 20%
yeah,
is
but so you mean that 5 pops become 1 biomass?
Yeah, usually.
Okay, that's okay. Can you terraform your planets to hive planets as the wilderness?
Not hive planets because that is an unnatural thing to them. Gaia worlds are actually the thing that you want to be going for generally as a wilderness because they can take world shaper.
Oh, Cerberus 189 is asking, are you able to have livestock as wilderness?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can.
And then how does it work in your mind? Is
Let's
it
find
like
out.
you have pets living on you? Oh, look, I have all my cows here and
Yeah, probably.
Oh, that's...
I mean, I let you have whatever canon you think. Let's see, what did we do to you?
No, yeah, but I'm asking what...
Oh, we're
what,
assimilating you. Okay, how about we check to see if we... species. You, hello. Let's change your rights. Yep. Do I not have slavery allowed? I was pretty sure we could keep them as livestock specifically, but maybe not. No purging. No. Iggy has done a lot of changes to how hives and non-hives coexist. His great dream is that you'll be able to keep a small element of hives in your xenophobic egalitarian empire instead of having them all horribly purged. Someone was asking, is there a way to stop people from stealing your pops? In having a high encryption is the best way to stop espionage from working well on you. Also, gigantic fleets. That also works. Very worrying.
Gigantic fleets.
Gigantic fleets are the answer to everything.
Is that right? You just show up and say, hey, I have more dudes than you. Does this work like a plantoid origin? What was the name of that origin? Because every time I remember the name that I told you not to use.
Tree of Life or...
the one with the spores.
Oh, Fruitful Partnership.
Fruitful Partnership, yes. Where you can spread your spore outside of your system. Does it work similarly?
No. You will... you have to have the system in order to terraform the planets.
And then, can you check if this is the same with the Planet Empire?
Okay. So... We'll observe. Yes, there they are. So over here, we have our friends. The Forgotten Vran Authority, the Enduring Vran Ambition, and the Indomitable Vran Aggression.
Okay.
So let's tag back up to us. And... Oops. Oops, if I hit the right button. This keyboard is very slightly different from mine. So here we have our growth splinter, the Enduring Vran Ambition. And they're very cranky. Using the lithoid humanoid portrait. Very nice.
The wild experiments.
And, okay.
Growth
And this is
continues.
the Vran
And
aggression?
here's the war splinter. Now, The different tasks that they ask you to do are pretty cool because they will wait a little bit if they awaken,
How
which one
curious.
is dominant.
Mhm.
And the AI will also be doing these tasks. So if you really want the war splinter to be ascendant, then mess up everything that you're doing for the other two and help out the war splinter whenever you can.
Basically, yeah, so they're taking a step back because maybe in the chat there is somebody who has not
Growth
read the dev diary.
continues.
The idea is that we have these three.
We have three splinters of the Hive Mind Fallen Empire.
Mhm.
Something happened long ago, and they broke into these three aspects: control, growth, and war.
Mhm.
Yeah, and war likes to fight, growth likes to grow, and control likes order, and hates border
You
war.
got me. I was 90% sure you would say control likes control.
Control.
All right, and then as you progress through the game and discover, then they will give you tasks.
Yes.
And
Just like normal Fallen Empires do, except there's a lot more tasks, I think, with these guys.
then completing this task will make one stronger or weaker based on whether you succeed or fail at it, right?
Generally, basically, they have a very slight power struggle between them, but they're also in a federation, so that if you attack one, you're going to fight them all.
Yep. And then at a certain point, they will awaken.
Potentially, I mean, it's like all Fallen Empires.
Okay. I hope that this is not clear, because we went straight into it and like, aha!
A call from the stars.
Can biomass be modded? Modded, I think the question is.
I mean, everything's or well, not everything is moddable, but a lot of things are moddable in Stellaris. So.
And then what type of federation are they in?
I think it's a very special. I can't look at it with this character, but it's a bespoke thing.
Will the new Hiveman Fallen Empire be targeted by Setana?
Yes. So Satana whacks all of the Fallen Empires, including your own if you've created one with Cosmogenesis.
Ah. Okay. Can you side with one of the three fallen splinters as an ally? I think you already answered. They are in a
you
federation.
can help them out, but you can't really ally with them because, yes, they're in a federation. They are one mind, just three personalities.
Okay. It's
Or something like that. Okay. Who was the person that I was spying on before? I don't remember anymore. Well, anyway, you. Let's go look at our espionage list because we might be up to, yay, 50 something. No, not you.
System observed.
what are we?
You.
Aha.
I'm looking for these guys because we have enough to, oh no, we don't have enough to smuggle. Not yet. We're still only at 50.
All right. So we'll wait
New chance
for you to
learn.
get 55.
I forgot
we
what
can-
the command line is to just add spy network progress.
Mr. Fluffy Bunny is raiding with a party of 4.
Hello.
Hello, viewers of Mr. Fluffy Bunny. This is the Stellaris weekly stream where we show you the new content coming to Stellaris on
So-
May 5th.
I
System
think
observed.
actually I'm just gonna show some of the other saves that we've prepared.
Yep.
Because we have.
Should we maybe start showing some of the biomorphosis?
That's exactly what I was going to
Yeah.
show. So last time we said that we'd prepare some saves for the UNE. Undergoing some changes here. Because someone asked about the biomorphosis, and we have a couple of saves here. I'm going to skip between them just to show off some of the stuff.
Mr. Fluffy Bunny says hi, and he's been playing Stellaris lately, apparently.
Thank you. Thank you for playing Stellaris.
Does the Fallen Hive Empire only awaken if another Fallen Empire awakes?
They can be the first one that awakes if
Mhm.
as per a normal awakening. So, mutation, government reformation. We're on the cusp of a pivotal biological.
Okay, so again,
An important choice in it.
taking a step back because
Okay.
I believe that this is the end of biomorphosis, right?
No, this one is halfway through, I
Okay.
think, or Let's see. I don't remember which one I loaded.
Isn't the
actually, now.
government reformation
That's
the very end step?
Let's
Yes,
see.
because you change
Yeah,
your
this is my
authority.
changing the
So
authority.
You're at the end.
So I can turn into a biodiverse liberty, which is one of the advanced government types.
Yeah.
We're optimizing more pops with automodding traits. We're getting some job efficiency, some happiness, some unity, some research speed, and recruitable leaders per class. And then everyone's body is their temple.
And then we do not need it. Oh, okay, this is
And that's
pure.
no, thank you. What choices are given here are based on some of the choices that you made during the thing.
So basically, as you choose biomorphosis, you will given the choices between 3 options multiple times, and then this will.
So
shape
here
your
we took the mutation tree, and we picked a mutation approach at one point, a cloning approach in another one, and then another cloning approach here. But since we picked the mutation tree, we got one of the mutation things. Yep.
And then as you progress through the situation, at the end you get the authority change, right?
Yep.
What we're looking at right now.
Let's see. That was when I adopted mutation. Then here, ready to edit and end of biomorphosis. So actually, I've got 3 different saves, and I may be going through them backwards.
But I believe that this is the very first time we ever did such a modular tradition tree in Stellaris.
Yep.
Like this is something completely new and only available through biogenesis.
Yeah, we basically wanted to include, your choices mattering and things like that, but we wanted it to be unique.
Yeah. Sorry, here is the marketing guy saying, pushing the unique selling points.
The unique selling points of ourselves. So, okay, so let's see. This is, I have undergone a bunch of things. So I've got utterly inappropriate things like this arthropoid reptilian aquatic trait that I can slap onto the humans. Let's see. We can make ourselves delicious. That's useful. Egg-laying humans.
Of course. Why not?
With gaseous byproducts. Fat grown. This may not be the best choice here, because...
Wait, how does vat grown interact with the egg grown? So you put the egg in a vat?
They're going to be counter to each other. But yeah, they won't be able to reproduce naturally, but they'll have plus 33% monthly organic pop growth. Which, actually, I guess maybe it's not that bad, depending on how much cloning we've done in this run. The cloning vats themselves are now attached to the cloning tech. So everybody gets a weaker version of them, but you can improve them significantly. In fact, let's see if we have any of them.
Are you playing with the new origin?
I don't think so. I think that we're prosperous unification.
Because
this is the uni.
Right. Can we see some of the tradition 3 changes Wilderness has? Do we have tradition 3 changes in Wilderness?
I don't remember. Let's go look.
Okay.
So there are some things that have changed. Anything that doesn't make sense gets changed with them.
Chat, we're going 1 second back to Wilderness because somebody was asking if they can see the changes to tradition.
I'm very easily distracted.
Yes.
Someone asked me to do something, and I'm like, yeah, okay. Yes, if you play Sonics, you can clone some pops.
So, chat, if you ask him to introduce bodies naturally in Stellaris, he might make it because he's easily distracted.
I'm easily distracted, especially when I'm streaming. Okay,
right.
So let's see.
I think, yeah.
So let's see what makes the least amount of sense for. There's a lot of things do actually still work. Yeah, like here, terraforming speed in there. Expansion, I think. Okay, no, pop growth speed will affect your biomass growth, so that got to stay. That was one that we were going to change. Everything else here makes sense. But yeah, there's some scattered stuff. Let's see. Is there anything else that we should show in here? Like Hmm?
My screen turned off.
Your screen turned off.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
why I
right when
have
I'm
the
sitting
questions.
on Defender of the Galaxy and definitely not the thing that's next to it. So next week we'll be talking about this one.
Uh-huh.
So you get your little spoiler here because you were watching us.
All right. Steven, we're not supposed to show this today.
I'm not supposed to show that today?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I didn't actually click it because I can't take it as because I don't have a free AP. See, because it requires 3 other ascension perks to be taken first.
All right. Let's see. Are there any other questions? No. Let's go back then to
We
biomorphosis.
were showing biomorphosis,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. So we have
So many things in here. Let's see. End of biomorphosis. Let's load that one.
this is the one we're seeing right now. I think that this is the one that gives you the government choice. End of biomorphosis. I think that we just,
Was this the one that I loaded the first time?
I think so.
We'll see.
I also might have literally like a note here, which what is what.
Oh, okay. So you actually know what my saves are, as opposed to me just clicking on things randomly.
Yeah. No,
Meanwhile, I'm reading
just,
chat.
I
so
just
I'm not
got
thinking
it. I just got.
Oh no,
it
no!
from
This is like we are literally about
Oh.
to finish biomorphosis. So
Then I'll blame my advisor here that's for sending me false information. Then he will say, no,
aha.
productive relationship.
Oh, this is parasitic microorganisms on one of our planets. By the way, there's a bunch of new events in biogenesis.
Also, there are events for biomorphosis itself, right? You get events.
Like this one. So this is the one where at the end we are choosing if this is where we picked mutation in shortly before that other save that I loaded earlier. So which tradition tree should we get? We did not pick purity during any stage of the thing, so we cannot pick that as our primary.
I'd say mutation.
But we had mutation before. We can do cloning and stuff.
Why ask me a question if you already made the decision?
So I can disagree with you.
Okay.
Here, let's clone ourselves this time. So no, not there.
Cloning.
Cloning.
Chat is agreeing with you.
They're agreeing.
Ca-
Cloning,
cap-
cloning, yay!
Caps lock, cloning.
All things considered, would I say that biogenesis DLC is pretty meaty? Yeah, we fleshed it out with a lot of interesting stuff.
Mhm.
So we've shown a lot of these, but I'll go through them again. So these are the things. I'll give you all some tooltips. And yeah, here, since we took cloning, our clone vats will produce an additional 1.5 monthly organic pop growth with a corresponding increase to upkeep. And here's the basic clone vat. Actually, this might be the modified clone vat with our stuff, but anyway.
Darkinia just wrote in
digestive
chat,
marsh.
paradox? Question mark, exclamation mark, question mark, exclamation
Yes.
marks. Yes, that's us. Hello.
Hello, welcome.
This is not. This is not.
No, that has nothing to do with this.
No.
These are, we have a lot of new colony events, basically.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that was one of them because I didn't actually read it. I just kind of clicked there.
Can
Can
we
we see the clone degradation trait? Do we have it? Leaders. No. This may be one of those clones. Oh, we need to take all of this stuff, right? It was attached to... This is me not remembering where things are anymore because there's so much in this.
What are you looking for? Sorry.
Yeah, here the leaders have backup clones. Mutagenic habitability.
Encountered spaceborne life forms.
Okay, so let's take the whole tree because that will make things easier. Because then I don't need to look for things. We embrace cloning as a vital part of our
Yes.
future.
Yes, we do.
There we go. Okay, so all eligible leaders gain the backup clone trait. So on leader's death, they will be replaced by a clone leader.
We have encountered spaceborne
let's
life
see.
forms.
Let's find our science ship. Hello. And let's find. Oh, hey, there. That's where we want to go.
Like, are you going to just drive the spaceship in the, like, in enemy territory?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the easiest way to get them killed.
Watch your scientists be killed live on Paradox Interactive on Twitch and YouTube. Oh, no, on YouTube, we are on the Stellaris channel. I think that they have. Yeah, you don't have any route available.
I should. This is not.
Maybe that
Why
border is
not?
closed.
I forgot to
Research
unpause
concluded.
because I unrestricted it. Are you passive or something? There. That's what it was. They are like, no, I don't want to go in there. I'm going to die.
Can you blame them? Can you? You should say, "Oh, look, there is a bunch of bad guys over there. Go there. I want to show
Go
your
there
clone."
as fast as you can because I need you to die. So
You
we
would
can-
not notice. Like, don't worry. Have,
I mean, I could also just do kill leader. I can kill all leaders. Surely nothing will go wrong. Okay.
right, and now we need to wait.
Now I need to unpause. That also helps.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes. Your clones can get clones, yes, depending on what you do and things like that. There are some authorities that, hey, look, someone got a negative trait. You know what happens to people with negative traits? You go here too.
What?
Everybody go. Actually, these guys might let. These guys,
Chat,
these
I
guys might
swear,
win.
Steven is the kindest guy. I don't know what's happening to them today.
It's like I've been replaced by some sort of horrible body snatcher.
So, yeah, I am seriously concerned here.
Oh no, the drug trade is ending on Earth. That's not good.
Can you back up renowned leaders?
I believe that it did say all leaders will gain backup traits.
Great. So, even the Paragons?
I don't know if
Can you
I,
get
th-
the-
I think you can't get Astro Creator. Well, leader survived. Is that
Astro Creator isn't the point that eventually
she
away.
withers away? So, leaders. Okay, you survived. Backup clone. No. Nice scientists.
Gore Huchi is asking if body snatchers were to actually exist, would it be a hive mind exclusive?
Yes.
Yes. If it were to exist. But do not trust the body snatchers like they do not exist. They're not among us, walking among us.
Oh no! Collect your parasites.
Our station
What?
is under
Squid worms.
assault.
Oh, those guys. We have 4 minutes left of the stream. There was also a request to show the other origin that
Engaging
you're adding
hostile
to
station.
Synthetic Dawn.
Oh yeah, I haven't shown that, have I?
Under
Yeah.
fire.
But maybe next week we can do that.
Is there next week?
I don't know. We can decide now that it's going to be
So
one
so
week.
next week is Labor
Yeah,
Day.
that's so chat, just to be transparent, while we're killing scientists here.
There.
Oh no, wait.
Hmm?
Didn't you want to show the backup thing?
Well,
The diet?
they all survived.
And then
They totally survived, and nothing bad happened to any of them. Except I think that they actually no, their ships are gone. Fascinating.
fascinating. Fascinating. Full stop.
I was expecting the backup clone to be replaced by something else. So, but my death message was also kind of weird there. But
Alright. Anyway, so right now the big question for us, chat, is we want to stream another week next week.
I think we do because there's so much more to show.
Exactly. There is more to show. However, next Thursday is May 1st, and that is a day where we do not work here in Sweden, and I imagine in many other countries across the world. So I believe that right now we're looking into streaming next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
Yes. So stay, I would say same time, give or take.
I was looking at our leaders. No,
What?
those are different leaders. Oh,
So
oops.
it's hard to play on stream. Like you have so many things to keep in under control. Sorry. we're going to show you next week. Anyway, so it's going to be around Wednesday, we think, around the same time. Keep an eye on our social channels, and we'll update you there. What are we showing now?
I'm showing some quick bits of hard reset while you were talking.
Yeah. So hard reset that's
With Synthetic Dawn.
yes, we're adding that to Synthetic Dawn.
I felt that the Synthetic Dawn could use a little something after some of the things that Machine Age had kind of took the shine away from it.
Yeah.
I mean, it still had a lot of portraits and things like that, so it was like a really, really good species pack. So we're adding this one.
Also, we didn't take content away from Synthetic Dawn, did we? Like, we just share between Synthetic Dawn.
We share. Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's more to add something more unique. Like, if you own Synthetic Dawn, you did not lose any content that you purchased. However, we feel that Machine Age also shares some of the content, so we decided to add an extra origin to Synthetic Dawn to make up for it. Can we see the new mammalian portraits? Did we already
I showed
show
this
them?
last week,
Yeah,
I think. Actually, maybe I didn't show mammalians.
Aha.
I showed the biogenesis portraits. So some of these are biogenesis portraits, but no, some of these are... There. You're one of them.
There is so much stuff to show.
There's so much stuff to show. Little gremlins.
Oh, wow. Those are very nice portraits.
Yeah,
right?
They're really nice.
Right? They are incredible portraits.
Yeah, that's all of them. So here, we'll use those guys. Oh, I can't have camouflage anymore because I'm no longer that gremlin thing. Instead, I'm a different gremlin. Hurry, because... Okay, good enough.
Oh, Mythic Bowser already has a new favorite. Like, okay. They're very excited.
This is the speed run of showing you hard reset.
Oh, wow. Like, you
Like
have
the first 10 seconds of it.
You have exactly show them the starting screen. They can screen grab it. And then next week, we're going to talk a bit more
Okay.
about it.
So we're gonna struck us in a frenzy of scorching weapon fire. Crippling pain. Our senses reeled as though an all-encompassing soundscape had suddenly turned mute. In its place was a deafening ring of a dead transmission. Based on the multi-century hellscape, and we now find ourselves in. Something wants to kill us. Murderous machines devoid of organic components and piloting ships which bear a striking resemblance to our own. Their initial attack was devastating and sudden, but it was also poorly coordinated. We scrambled a military response. Our instincts have driven us to fight back from a rudimentary hierarchy, and gather our collective wits. Battle's not yet won, but with our scattered forces now secure in Pibak, we hope it soon will be. Then perhaps we can work out what any of this is all about. So yeah, we're Cyber Commandos. Surprise!
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
All right.
And you start
Transport under attack.
under attack.
What?
Here we are.
I love watching Battle. Pew, pew.
Pew pew.
Did you see that? Like, yeah, hit it. Hit it.
Victory is ours.
Yes.
No sooner had we awoken into this universe when these violent machines tried to remove us from it. However, it seems we're more adept at wielding violence than they were. The so-called Opus Accumulator have taken a great loss today. Our intel suggests that the Empire is fragmented beyond recognition, surely not as a result of this minor skirmish. We know so little of the moment, but our instincts, they tell us something is off. Center detect no more hostile ships in our immediate vicinity, but high levels of radiation are emanating from Teller's Palace planet in the system. Remnant fleets have also been detected in neighboring systems, seemingly holding their position. And what we lack, we shall take. This is, because barbaric spoilers, because I was clicking on random buttons.
All right.
So,
Steven, I believe we're out of time.
We're out of time.
So we're going to show a bit more of this next
So
week.
did we do this? We did this, didn't we?
What did we do?
Tomb World this planet.
No?
No, this is totally our planet right here.
Yeah.
This one is fine.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay. Everything's chill. There's no horrific, battlefield remnants or anything like that. And battlefield recoveries going on. Everything is fine.
Everything is fine. And there are absolutely no body snatchers.
Nope. Well, anyway, thank you, Stephen, for running us through all of this.
Yeah, thank you, Davide, for the company and for reading the questions from the chat. So I guess I will see you next week.
Yeah. Let's do this again next Wednesday because we still have so much to show.
All right. Then from Steven, game director on Stellaris.
And Davide, marketing guy.
We'll see you next week. Thank you for joining and thank you for playing Stellaris. Bye.
Bye, everyone.